Cooperate here, come on. Hey guys, you're watching Katie Crafts, and I'm finally done all of my exams, which means that I have a whole bunch of time to make more videos and also prepare a huge giveaway for you guys. If you're interested in that, make sure that you're subscribed and you click on that notification bell to make sure you know exactly when that giveaway video will be posted. Today's video is gonna be a review video for a company named Banggood.com. They sent me a whole bunch of Perler bead supplies for me to test out and to give you guys an honest review of some of their products. If you're not familiar with Banggood.com, it's like the Asian version of Amazon. It's basically just online shopping, and I didn't know that they had Perler beads. I'm really excited to test these products out, and thanks again Banggood for sending them to me. So without further ado, let's open up this package. Alright, so right down here I have a whole bunch of Perler bead supplies. I got 4 of the very useful colors that I use a lot of. I got a yellow, black, red, and white set of mini beads. Each of these bags was about $2. Then I got a set of mini bead pegboards, which includes a heart and a circle pegboard, which will probably be really useful. And then this is the main mini bead pegboard. This set of 3 pegboards was $8. And then I also got this Perler bead dream catcher kit, which includes its own pegboard, some bells and chain, as well as the Perler beads, of course, and then ironing paper. The other option was this nice blue dream catcher, which I'll be making. These dream catcher kits were about $4 each. And something that I find really cool is that they had this kind of PVC plastic sheet, and it just has a high heat tolerance. So it acts exactly the same as ironing paper, but it's plastic. So I'll be really excited to see how ironing Perler beads with this will turn out. And this I think was also $1 or $2, so not bad. And lastly, I got a pair of tweezers because those mini beads will probably be a huge pain to pick up with just my fingers. Now you have a close-up of the mini beads compared with the regular sized Perler beads, and you just see how much smaller they are. And that is why I ordered tweezers, so that I don't have to go through putting all these tiny beads on the pegboards just by hand. So these are the tweezers that I got. I think they're pretty suitable for just the regular Perler beads. Yep, they fit pretty nicely. Yeah, it seems pretty useful, pretty precise, and hopefully I get used to using these tweezers because I've never used them before. Now, what should I make? Let's start with a Pokeball. So I'm just using the tweezers and placing each individual bead onto the board like I would regularly do. But man, this is kind of tough and frustrating because these beads are so tiny. Okay, I'm gonna try putting this aside and just using my fingers. Personally, for me, I think my fingers are still a lot faster than the tweezers, but that's just my preference. And if your fingers are really thick and huge, I would definitely recommend getting some tweezers to help you out. Alright, so after working with these beads for a few minutes, I like to use the tweezers when I'm filling the project in, but when I'm doing the outline, I prefer using my fingers, which is really weird, but yeah, these are kind of hard to play with. Just to be safe, I'm going to be using tape to hold everything together and make sure that the beads are all stuck together since they're kind of tiny and they have some spaces in between, I can already see. So I'm going to be taping it up, removing it from the pegboard, and then ironing it. Flip it over. It's looking pretty nice. And then I'm just going to readjust some of the beads that aren't exactly touching the other beads. For the iron, I'm setting it at least half of what I usually do, which is around 3 to 4. I'm only doing 1 to 2. Here's the plastic sheet. It looks like one of those overhead projector sheets. Do I smell anything? Whoa, that's really nice. You can see it's already melting pretty quickly, and there's a shine to the melt too. Whoa, okay. So yeah, I think that's already melted pretty well. Flip it over. Is it starting to bend? Oh, it hasn't started to bend yet. I'm gonna fold this over a bit. Turn it again. I'm just doing a quick circular motion and just applying very little pressure. And I think it's done. Wow, that was fast. That was just like a few seconds on each side. It's really soft. What? And it's shiny. Whoa, I've never seen pearl beads shine like that. Considering that these beads are so small and thin, it's understandable that it's pretty flexible. I'm gonna try some more pearl bead sprites. I made a Game Boy Color, a Mario Star, as well as a little bow tie, and I think there's actually a difference between using the plastic sheet to fuse the beads versus the regular parchment paper that I usually use to iron. The main difference is just that one will be shiny and the other won't be. So let's do a quick comparison. I'll do these two with the plastic, and then I'll do the bow tie without the plastic sheet. I've set my iron to a very low heat setting because it will melt really easily, and I'm not going to apply too much pressure at all. So you can kind of see that the beads have fused together nicely on the plastic. So that means I'm good for this side. Just flip it over. Both sides are fused in less than 30 seconds pretty much, and I really like that mini beads can fuse that fast. This is the Game Boy Color, and look, it has a really nice shiny finish that I like. And again, you can see the shine that is on the pearl bead sprite after ironing it with the plastic sheet. So as you can see, using parchment paper to iron gives it a matte finish. It isn't that kind of shine like this, see? Based on your preference of the finish for the pearl bead sprite, you might want to get a PVC plastic to try to iron it. And if you like the matte finish, just go with the regular parchment paper. And also just to show you the other things that I made on the circle and heart pegboard, this took me quite a while to finish, maybe just over 5 minutes, because they are so tiny and requires a lot of patience. Larger projects like this BTS logo that I made takes a long time as well. It's just that you have to keep picking these tiny little beads up. Oh no, where did it go? Just place it perfectly on top of the little pegs on the board, which may be difficult if you don't have a good aim. You can use these right on top of your phone case. So look, I just made a BTS phone case. If you have a clear case like this and you want to make it a little nicer, you can just get these mini beads, make something small, and then stick it on here, and it'll look pretty cool. Overall, I'm really satisfied with these mini beads. I think they turned out really nicely, and as long as I got the right heat setting, which was really low, I got a pretty good thickness. They weren't too over ironed. I'm really happy to have tried these mini beads, and I definitely want to make some more when I get more colors. I also took it a step further and made this cute tiny Pokeball that wasn't that hard to make actually. I just copied the design that I made for this tutorial, which I linked in the description below. I really do like these mini beads a lot, and they are at a nice price of only like $2. So I probably will consider getting more from the website. Moving on to regular size pearl beads, the one that Banggood gave me is a little kit made by JLT. I'm not sure how well the beads will fuse, but let's just open this up and see how it turns out. So here it looks like I've got a few templates, which will be really useful if you've never done pearl beading before. So this will make one piece, and then this is another template for the smaller piece. And then I also got this square pegboard that has the templates for all the feathers that will go at the bottom of the dream catcher. 3 ironing papers, and of course this is the bag of beads. It should be exactly the right amount. Hopefully there's extras in case. Now here's a little bag of bells, jump rings, and a little keychain. This is the Perler brand bead, and this is the one that came in the kit. This one seems slightly thinner, but close enough. Alright, so now just assemble. I've personally never used templates before like this. The pegboards are clear, and it's nice to have a reference, especially for little kids who may have a harder time making these. Now that the main circular part of the Dreamcatcher is done, I'm going to iron it. Kind of over ironed, so I'm definitely turning the heat down for the next few pieces. There's also kind of a weird plasticky smell that is usually less strong with the Perler bead brand. So that's one observation. Here's the second circular piece done. Yep, at a lower heat setting, that looks much better. So here are all the feathers finished, and as I expected, there are a couple of extra beads, which is good just in case you drop a few and lose them. So once I finish ironing these, I can start assembling the Dreamcatcher. Let's turn all of this into this. Here's the bag full of bells and jump rings. What I've got here are a whole bunch of jump rings, some circular bells, some bells here that will attach to the feathers, and then I just divided the chain up into one long one and then 4 little ones that are made up of 4 individual chain pieces. I'm getting my pliers to help me out with the jump rings, getting a bell at the end of the feather, the pointy part. Also cannot forget the chain. I should mention that these jump rings aren't actually that hard, so you can just push it out with your fingers yourself, but I like using pliers. And for this feather that has both the dark blue and light blue, I'm attaching the longest chain because that will be in the middle of the Dreamcatcher. I'm attaching a jump ring in this middle blue, and that's where this feather will go. And now I'm attaching another jump ring to the white piece that is just over here with the light blue feather. And then another jump ring on the next white bead. This small circular piece, I need to attach these bells onto the white beads. I'm skipping this bead so I can attach the bigger circle later on. And now to attach the top circle to the bottom, I'm getting 2 jump rings and putting them together. And I'm putting this jump ring through the middle white bead that I left open earlier, and then attaching it right in the middle of the pieces are attached along with the feathers. Here's a little keychain thing that you can attach to the top piece. So again, I'm taking another jump ring and putting it through the top again and close that up. Close the keychain, and I'm done. Yay! I'll probably hang it in my bedroom somewhere or when I bring it back to my dorm room, but I definitely like this beginner kit. I'm not sure what you guys think of it, but I will link it down in the description so you can take a look at it yourself. And also, it isn't just in this color. like I showed you before, there's a rainbow one, and I like this one as well. I like the feathers, how they're different colors. But since I already have a dream catcher, I guess I'll just give this away. So if you're one of my followers on Instagram, I'll be giving this away on there. So go follow me there, like the picture that I'll post, and then you can win a free dream catcher kit. Thank you so much for watching my first ever review video for a company. I mean, I left an email in my description box and I never thought anybody would actually contact me and send me free stuff. So thank you so much, Banggood, for giving me the opportunity to try out some of your products. I really enjoyed the mini beads, and I think it's really cool that they have this special plastic ironing sheet that makes all of these beads super shiny. I will continue to use them regularly, and I definitely really enjoyed this dream catcher that I'll put up somewhere. So if you're interested in these products, just check out their website. I'm not affiliated with them, but thanks for the free stuff again. I will be posting a video on a giveaway very soon, so make sure you stay subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with another cutie craft.